justify causing so many people distress and hurt?
It isn't my responsibility what others find upsetting. If you don't like it, turn it off.
The meanest thing I read was, I hope you yourself and I hope you get an eating disorder so you'll look pretty.
Simply because some idiot insinuated that something happened because two people went to use the bathroom at the same time. Are you happy yet?
There is a dark underworld, sinister side to Facebook that people probably don't realize even exists, that it's there.
Today, we're looking at innocent people whose lives were destroyed by internet trolls. And you'll be shocked why these everyday people became targets. We'll start with the lighter.
That's what sucks about the internet. Like, it's been so good to so many people and like it's really changed humanity, but also like all the hate and like all the people that are now like anonymous, they can like say whatever they want and like have no repercussions at all, no social repercussions. And like people are just like such big like trolls and like rage baiters and shit. Real shit, like if you're on the internet, you gotta like stop like giving a shit what people think, especially people that don't even know you, bro. Who gives a shit, bro? Like it's not like you know me. And it's like Tom Holland had this like one good quote, which was like, if you have a problem with me, text me, and if you don't have my number, then you don't know me enough to have a problem with me. I think that's like hella deep, bro. It's like, if you don't have my number, bro, you really don't know me enough to hate on me. So it's like, I don't really care.
Cases and end with those that are truly heartbreaking. Natalia. Imagine getting roasted online, not for something you did, but for something someone else did using your face. That's exactly what happened to Natalia. In 2015, Natalia lived.
Damn, this is 2015. Like, imagine what happens with like today with like all the deepfakes and shit that we have. Like, bro, this would be like 10 times worse. Like, how would you even like say that isn't you or like combat that? And it's like, oh my god. At least now that you have like an excuse. Like back then, like people didn't really know about like deepfakes and stuff. Like nowadays, you could just be like, oh, that's a deepfake. That's AI, bro. That's AI. So actually now it's probably even like easier to get away with this stuff, or like not get away, but be less impacted by this stuff because of like how rampant like deepfakes are. So that's actually pretty interesting.
With her husband. She had a relatively quiet life, but her big mistake was using a social media platform called VK. It's basically the Russian version of Facebook. She posted innocent pictures like dinners with her husband, selfies, everyday stuff. Little did she know a troll was watching her page, and that troll was about to steal her life. This person downloaded hundreds of Natalia's photos. They took those photos and created a Twitter account. They called the account Uma Compton, same face, different name. And Uma Compton was preparing to cause a lot of trouble. The Uma Compton account introduced itself as a Christian mother.
Proud Christian mother of 3, suicide survivor, anti-bully advocate.
But the things Uma Compton posted were the opposite of Christian.
Not long after the account's creation, Uma started posting and quickly garnered attention for a series of outlandish and often vulgar tweets that she would publish.
In one tweet, Uma bragged about her skills in the bedroom. Another tweet implied that she was romantically involved with her brother. Remember this.
Wait, this is so crazy. And it's like, if you just like say that it wasn't you or something, a lot of people would think that, oh, now that she got caught, she's now saying it's not her. Like, dude, this is like actually like really sucks when someone steals your identity.
The account was using Natalia's real face. People thought the woman behind those controversial tweets was bold enough to show her identity. The account went viral. Screenshots of the tweets went viral. It felt like everyone was talking about Uma Compton. But
wow, this is so devious. Like, this is messed up as hell, dude. But like the cousins and the siblings and shit, like holy shit.
The troll behind the Uma Compton account didn't stop at tweets. They decided to make music, and things got even worse. The internet troll released full songs under the name Uma Compton. The lyrics were offensive and the quality was terrible. There were even music videos with a cartoon version of Uma, which was actually Natalia's face. Soon, she had fans who started making fan pages of her. To them, Uma Compton was an internet icon. She was famous for being inappropriate. Meanwhile, Natalia was still in Moscow living her normal life. She didn't use Twitter or speak English, so she had no idea that she was the face of Uma Compton. That's probably why the troll chose her in the first place. She seemed like someone who would never find out. But
wow,
then,
this troll actually seems like a loser, bro. Like someone that will never find out what you're doing. Like, okay, bro, you a bum.
The troll slipped up and everything came crashing down. In January 2016, the Uma Compton account uploaded a new photo of Natalia. She was pointing at a street sign written in Russian. In the background, there was a phone number. A reporter named Ryan saw the post. Immediately, he realized that something was off. Uma always tweeted that she lived in America, so why was the street sign written in Russian? Ryan looked up the phone number. It led him to Natalia's VK page in Russia. Natalia's page had the exact same photos Uma Compton was using, but it showed a completely different person. Ryan reached out to Natalia and her husband. When he told them about Uma Compton, they were shocked. Ryan knew he had to expose the truth, so he published his findings, and the internet finally saw it. Uma Compton wasn't real. It was just a troll causing mischief with stolen pictures. Twitter banned the
Why did this dude put so much effort, dude? Like, literally making music is insane.
Uma Compton account, but by then the damage was permanent. Tweets had already been screenshotted, songs were downloaded and reposted, and Natalia's face was tied to all that disgusting content. And she could no longer come to America because if she did, she would be recognized as one of the worst people ever. Natalia's face was stolen and she didn't even know it until it was too late. But here's the scary part. This could happen to any of us because your personal information is already floating online. Not because of some troll, but because
I could put a lot of effort into it, but really, I don't like think that many people would actually care. It's like some users of Twitter, oh no, bro, Uma Compton, Twitter user, oh shit. Like, who gives a shit, bro? Like, if she went to America, nobody would recognize her, bro. Like, I think that's just cap as hell.
Caitlin Upton thought she was about to become a beauty queen. Instead, she became the target of internet trolls who ruined her life. In November 2006, Caitlin became Miss Teen South Carolina, and it was time to take the next step. She moved on to the national stage Miss Teen USA.
Tonight, 51 of the
This
hottest
is beside the point, but like, pageants and stuff for teens and like kids, bro, it's so weird, dude. It's so weird.
teens from all over the nation are getting ready to compete for the dream of a lifetime.
It was a huge event. Millions were watching live from home. Caitlin made it to the top 5. That's when the questions began. One of the judges asked her a question.
Recent polls have shown a fifth of Americans can't locate the U.S. on a world map. Why do you think this is?
It was a question about education and geography, but maybe Caitlin was nervous because what came out next was not a logical answer. It was a mess.
Because some people out there in our nation don't have maps, and I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as.
The crowd went silent. Even the host froze. He wanted to help her, but he couldn't.
As a whole.
Wait, what? I guess he was just nervous because that made literally no sense, bro.
They specifically tell me that you're not allowed to say anything or help the contestant at all.
Caitlin wasn't the first to fumble during a pageant, but internet trolls decided to make her suffer for her mistake. Someone clipped Caitlin's mistake and posted it online. It spread like wildfire. The video crossed 1 million views on YouTube. On Reddit, the comments were vicious. One said, "This is what having a brain fart looks like." They made memes and parody videos. One showed cartoons, dance.
Bro, the brain fart one, like, why is this guy acting like it's like so crazy? Like, it was just like, it's just a comment, bro. It's just a joke. It's not even like serious. Oh
in her
no,
brain.
bro, she's stupid, bro. Like, it's just a joke, dog.
I personally believe that U.S. Americans are unable to do so because
But the online jokes spilled into her real life. One day, Caitlin's family found a strange letter in the mailbox. It contained hateful comments telling Caitlin to go die for your stupidity. At a college party, a group of guys recognized her, and they started mocking her on the spot. Her mental health took a hit. She didn't feel safe in public. Caitlin even lost childhood friends because they were embarrassed to be seen with her. Years passed, the trolling slowly became less and less. And after all these years, Caitlin was finally able to move on with her life. This next case is about a kind gesture.
I don't know. I feel bad for her that she got impacted, but like, I don't think it was really like that serious. Like whatever she felt is real and stuff. But like, damn, at least she like the friends that didn't want to be friends with her. I guess you can really see that who's your real friends. Like from that. So I guess like maybe one positive of it.
Gesture that backfired. Nicola Brooks. Nicola Brooks didn't go looking for trouble. She was just a mom sitting on the couch watching TV with her daughter. Then she did one thing that put a target on her back. It started in November 2011. Nicola and her teenage daughter were watching X Factor, the talent show. A contestant named Frankie got kicked off for breaking the rules. Frankie was a controversial figure. He had a wild attitude. He bragged about breaking the law. Some viewers couldn't stand him. So when Frankie was eliminated, the internet celebrated. One headline read, "Frankie's departure from the X Factor means the end of too tight trousers, enormous hair, and some extremely painful singing." But it wasn't just jokes and
Is this the guy getting trolled, or is it the woman, man? I don't get it.
memes. The comments about Frankie became violent. Some wanted him to get hit by a bus. Others talked about doing disgusting things to him. The harassment was so extreme that Frankie himself spoke out.
A few weeks ago, people didn't have a Scooby who I was, and now I'm walking down the street and there's people shouting stuff at me and just trying to give me a hard time.
Nicola saw all of it and she was horrified, so she decided to help. She posted a kind message on Facebook. It read, "Keep your friends and your family close, Frankie. The online bullies will move on to someone else soon." That's all she said.
Oh shit, bro. They're gonna move on to her. Is that it?
Somehow internet trolls didn't like that. They turned on her instead. At first it was just,
yeah, just what I thought. Bro, you can't even be positive on the internet without getting cooked. Like, Jesus.
typical trolling. They just called her names. Then it escalated. They made fake Facebook accounts using Nicola's name and face. But they weren't just impersonating her, they were trying to destroy her. Some fake accounts messaged children. Others posted offensive content, all with Nicola's name.
Bro, messaging kids is crazy.
Face.
I was getting photos made of me that the trolls were posting up.
She reported everything to Facebook, but they weren't much help.
I was using the report system. I was clicking over.
Bro, you know what's crazy? Facebook doesn't have any chat support anymore, like, or email. Like, you can't talk to anybody at Facebook to help with your account about anything. It's like insane, dude.
And over again, thinking this would stop, something would be done.
So she went to the police, but they couldn't help either. Most of the trolling was just online, but after 6 months, it leaked into the real world. On Mother's Day 2012, the internet trolls posted Nicola's home address online. Anyone with bad intentions now knew where to find her. That night, Nicola was anxious. She went to bed with the lights on. For extra security, she placed a knife under her pillow. Not long after, Facebook shut down the accounts impersonating her, but Nicola wasn't satisfied. She wanted to know.
Finally, bro, once shit actually gets serious, Facebook is like, oh my god, bro, we gotta do something real quick, bro. Like, oh my god. It's always too late with everybody, bro. Like, the police are always kind of late. Every social media, every company, the government, bro, like, they're always late, dude, to actually help people who are in need. But like, when it's someone that doesn't need really help, bro, they're all on that shit in like 1 second.
The real identity of her cyberbullies, so she dragged Facebook to court.
Nicola instructed a lawyer and they contacted Facebook to ask for details of those trolling her.
It took months of legal pressure, but in the end, Nicola won. Facebook was forced to hand over the names. The paperwork arrived and the name at the top left her speechless. The biggest troll, the one who did the most damage, was a police officer. She forwarded the names to the authorities immediately.
2 men were arrested and later released on bail, but the Crown Prosecution Service has since recommended that no charges be brought against them.
Nicola defended someone who was...
There's literally no repercussions at all, even when you get caught. Like, it's so... That's why you gotta really, like, take the internet with, like, a grain of salt. Like, people will say anything when they have no repercussions, bro. Like, even if they don't actually, like, feel that much about it or care about it, since there's no repercussions, they might as well, right? Like, people just do crazy shit.
And internet trolls tried to destroy her for that. This next case was about someone who was hurt by their own hero, Alexis Carter. It was early 2014. Alexis Carter was a junior in high school getting ready for prom, and she had the perfect dress in mind. She wanted to wear a green jumpsuit just like Rihanna's. The dress was unique because it had sleeves that looked like wings. There was one problem. The designer version was way too expensive. Alexis had 2 options: pick another outfit or find someone to recreate Rihanna's jumpsuit. She chose the second option. Alexis found a local tailor to sew a custom version. It wasn't exact, but it was close enough. On prom night, Alexis showed up in her green jumpsuit. Her classmates loved it. She smiled wide and posed for photos. Later that night, Alexis posted a few photos online. Then she went to bed with a smile, but internet trolls were about to wipe that smile off her face. By morning, Alexis's photos were going viral. Some troll online compared her sleeves to bat wings. Then they gave her a nickname, Prombat. Within hours, hashtag Prombat was trending. Trolls photoshopped her into bat logos and superhero posters. Alexis tried to ignore the memes, but then something happened.
This is actually just kind of like a little bit funny. But let's see what happens.
That absolutely crushed her. On May 9th, 2014, the meme reached Rihanna herself. The same Rihanna whose dress Alexis tried to recreate. Instead of defending her fan, Rihanna reposted the meme. She posted this photo, a side-by-side comparison of her original dress and Alexis. It got over 9,000 retweets and 11,000 likes. It even appeared on TV.
Alexis super low-cut green jumpsuit with...
Oh, damn. I feel sad that you got cooked, but I mean, it's really a joke, bro. It's not too bad.
wings got a Rihanna emoticon frown along with a split screen tweet comparing it to the Wu-Tang Clan's logo.
When Alexis saw Rihanna's post, she was heartbroken. Alexis said, "I started crying at first when it went viral. When Rihanna posted that photo, it made it 10 times worse. Later that day, she gathered..."
Never meet your idols, bro. Never meet your idols. And don't idolize goddamn stupid celebrities, bro. They don't know shit. They're not people that you should really look up to, especially for anything other than like the specific field that they are good at doing.
Rihanna CD she owned and threw it all in the trash. Eventually, memes slowed down and people finally stopped bullying Alexis. This next story proves trolls don't need facts. They can just make things up. Norman Kochanowski. Norman was a teenager from Germany. He loved filming goofy skits with a camcorder, but one of those skits invited dangerous people into his life. In 2006, Norman created a fictional character named Leopold. Leopold was supposed to be a hot-headed gamer with a bad temper. One day, Norman filmed himself acting as Leopold. In that skit, Leopold was having a meltdown over a computer game. It was meant to be a joke about gamers who took things way too seriously. He posted the video on his personal website, so anyone who saw it knew it was an act. And then the problem started. Someone downloaded the video, then uploaded it on YouTube with a different title, Angry German Kid. It went viral on YouTube. Not because people thought it was funny, but because people thought it was real. Based on the comments, they thought Norman was an angry, unstable mess. Then German television found it, and they made the situation 10 times worse. In November 2006, there was a tragic incident in Germany. It involved a school and a pew-pew. German media scrambled to find something to blame. There was a theory going around that video game addiction made kids...
Oh my god, dude. I thought it was gonna be like some funny shit. They're gonna be like, look at this crazy dumbass little boy gamer, dude. But this is insane what's gonna come up. But like dude, if it was just like this skit and it went like viral and it was on news, they thought it was real, that would be the most successful skit that you could make. But this is way too far, dude.
For examples. Just like that, they found Norman's video. It was perfect. A TV station used the clip in a documentary about gaming addiction and violence. They didn't mention it was a sketch. Instead, they made up a story. They claimed the meltdown was real and that Norman's father secretly recorded him. They even called him Leopold like it was his real name. Norman was a good kid, but now millions thought he was a violent freak. Just when it seemed it couldn't get any worse, the trolls showed up. Once the documentary aired, Norman became a meme. Trolls edited the footage with fake subtitles. But the worst part wasn't the internet, it was the kids at school. They teased him every chance they got.
Und die Leute sind einfach durchgedreht und ich hab's dann auch jeden Tag...
Yeah, that's so messed up that a news org did that, bro. Like, you're supposed to be the news, dude, not like sensational bullshit. Like, do your damn job, dude. Holy shit.
Jeden Tag habe ich mir das dann angehört, dass die Leute mich kennen, über den ganzen Schulhof brüllen.
Norman kept saying it was just a skit, but most people didn't believe him, so he tried a different approach. He dyed his hair and stopped wearing glasses. He hoped strangers wouldn't recognize him, but it didn't work. Norman was harassed everywhere he went. After 3 years of constant bullying, Norman snapped. He got drunk on a school trip and started making disturbing threats. He even threatened to take the lives of those who bullied him.
Talking to my classmates, how I hate all people, how I hate this world.
While he was ranting, someone recorded him. They took it straight to the teachers, and Norman was arrested and expelled from school. By this point, Norman was in a fit of rage. He refused community service, so he was sent to juvenile detention. By the time he got out a month later, everything was different. He locked himself in his room, hiding from the world, all because people online turned a joke into a nightmare. It took 2 years, but Norman started putting his life back together. He made new friends and got into a relationship.
I like that he was able to like laugh about it afterwards. That's like really mature for this guy. Like,
He even became a music producer. Imagine doing someone a favor only for that person to turn around and backstab you online. That's the next story. Helen, the Plain Bay woman. In 2018, Helen was flying from New York to Dallas. She sat next to a lady named Rosie Blair. The two women were strangers. Before takeoff, Rosie asked Helen for a favor. Rosie's boyfriend was in a different seat, and she wanted to sit next to him. So she asked Helen to switch seats with him. Helen agreed. But just before the swap, Rosie made a joke. She said maybe the guy Helen was about to sit next to might be the love of her life. They both laughed. Helen didn't realize that joke was a red flag. Helen moved seats, and she ended up sitting next to a random guy. Helen and the guy started chatting. They really got along. Helen had no idea that behind her, Rosie was watching everything. From the row behind, Rosie saw Helen talking to this random guy, and she believed that her joke was coming true. So she pulled out her phone and started live tweeting what she thought was a love story unfolding in real time. Rosie took pictures. She listened in on their conversation and tweeted everything she noticed. One tweet said, "No wedding rings in sight." Another said, "They're both personal trainers. They have touched arms a few times, and they're both..."
bro, what? This person really needs to get a life, dude. Holy shit.
Vegetarians. Then one tweet went a little too far. She wrote that Helen and the man both went to the restroom at the same time, and when Helen came back, her hair was down. Rosie's tweet hinted that something intimate happened,
saying that the girl in question...
Bro, this person needs to get a life, bro. Like, tweeting everything that's happening on your flight, dude. Oh my god. Really paying for flight internet just to tweet about this bullshit is insane, bro. Get a life, dog.
And what did Detective Rosie Blair say? When she came back, her hair was down.
By the next day, Rosie's tweets went viral. Hashtag Plain Bay was trending.
This morning, we have a love story to tell you about for the ages. If you were on Twitter yesterday, this was everywhere, and it is awesome.
If you haven't heard the story of Plain Bay, then you are missing the best plane story ever.
It was the best onboard entertainment they could ask for, and they made sure no one on the ground following the budding romance on social media missed any of it.
Remember, Rosie secretly took photos of Helen and the random guy, but she blurred their faces. Unfortunately, that didn't matter. Within hours, internet detectives identified Helen. They found her full name, her social media, and started posting it online. That's when the trolls came for her. The bathroom tweet sparked the worst kind of attention. People were convinced Helen had done something inappropriate mid-flight, and the comments were brutal.
She was harassed after people found her social media accounts with at least a few comments indicating that she was a skank.
Helen was overwhelmed. She deleted all her social media accounts, but the...
Bruh, that's so messed up. Like, just because of, like, some dumbass type of woman that just needs social media clout, bruh. This is why clout chasers are, like, the biggest losers on the internet, dude.
Rumors kept spreading. Meanwhile, Rosie, the one whose tweets started the issue, was thriving. She gained followers, brand attention, and media interviews. Eventually, Helen released a statement through her lawyer. It read, "Strangers publicly discussed my private life based on patently false information. I've been doxxed, shamed, insulted, and harassed." Only then did Rosie apologize. But the apology didn't erase the rumors. Years passed since the Plain Bay incident, but Helen's name was still attached to it. All because...
Really shit, they should have just sued the hell out of this woman, bro. Like, she literally got hella clout off this shit, and it's like fake. It's just like clout chasing bullshit of all time.
She did someone a favor. The girl in the next story had no idea that chasing her passion would ruin her life. Rebecca Black. In 2010, Rebecca Black was 13, and she had a dream. Rebecca wanted to be a famous musician, but she wasn't rich. She was raised by a single mom who worked hard to support her. Then, Rebecca heard something that sounded too good to be true. A friend told her about a company called Arc Music Factory. They made music videos for kids who wanted to be famous, but there was a catch. The video would cost $4,000. She begged her mom to pay for the video. Eventually, her mom agreed. Rebecca didn't even have to write a song. Arc gave her two options. One was called Superwoman. The other was Friday. Rebecca chose Friday.
They sent me a song called...
Wait, holy shit. This story is cool.
It's Friday.
I know who this is, but like that's cool. That's cool.
And it was this cute little song of like waking up, going to school, and I was like, yeah, I do that. This is it.
She invited her friends to help film the video. The whole thing felt like a school project. On February 10th, 2011, the video went live on YouTube. At first, nothing really happened.
That shit sounds like the biggest scam shit of all time, bro. Like, pay $4,000, you can get like a label and like some video and like shit, and it's like it turned out to be like this massive hit. Like that's crazy, dude.
It got about 4,000 views in the first month. Safe to say, it was not a hit. Then, a comedian saw the song, and he changed Rebecca's life. Daniel Tosh hosted a show on Comedy Central called Tosh.0, and in March 2011, he featured Rebecca's song on his show. But he wasn't trying to praise Rebecca, he was roasting her.
Some artists work forever to get in the spotlight. Others have their mom pay a shitty producer $4 grand to make a music video for their not especially talented daughter.
That one joke lit the fuse. Rebecca's video shot up from 4,000 views to
Wait,
70,000.
I did not know that this was the history of this shit. That's crazy, dude.
Overnight. Then it hit 200,000 the next day. At the end of the week, Friday.
Hey, a win is a win. A win is a win.
Friday had 29 million views, and almost every comment was a punchline.
Comments were starting to come a bit more, and they were definitely all making fun of me, making fun of the song. That immediately put the biggest pit in my stomach I've probably ever had.
Friday was among the most hated videos in YouTube history. It had over 2 million dislikes and only about 300,000 likes. Then it turned dangerous. 2 people contacted Rebecca's family, one by phone, the other by email. Both said the same thing: take the video down or we'll take your daughter's life. That's when it stopped.
What the hell, bro? For a cringe out little video, bro? What are you talking about, bro? Wait, isn't this a song that's like Friday? I thought that was like famous and like popular, bro. I did not know that this was like disliked and shit.
Being a joke.
Specifically, they mentioned that they were going to take her life, and that's where you have to draw the line.
Rebecca didn't take the video down. The Friday music video remains on her YouTube channel till this day. Eventually, celebrities like Katy Perry and Lady Gaga told people to back off, and slowly the trolling and threats stopped. Most people expected Rebecca to disappear forever, but she kept making music. She released albums, became a DJ, and now tours with major artists. Rebecca Black went viral for all the wrong reasons, but somehow she turned it into something real. My friends, hurt people, especially online when you can hide behind your screen.
That's crazy that she was able to like turn around that like joke and like that all the hate, and now she's like famous and like making hella bread. So bro, all these trolls, like they don't get anything, bro. At the end of the day, the people that they're trolling, sometimes they win, bro. Sometimes they are the winners. So,
but that's exactly when it matters the most. And my question to you is, what kind of person do you want to be when no one's watching? Visual Venture.
Yeah, guys. So that's the end of the video. I just wanted to say, like, if you're gonna troll, bro, like, it's okay. Like, you can troll a little bit, make some like funny jokes and stuff, even if it's like at the person's expense. But like, don't go too far. Like, don't go crazy like some of the people in this video. And then it'll be fine, right? Like, don't ruin people's lives, like, in person, like, their mental health and shit. Like, don't do all that. Like, just be like, that's funny. And it's like, okay, cool, type shit. But yeah, that's the end of the video. If you liked the reaction, leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time.